Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today I thought we'd do a simple video just going over 4 maps that I would like to see added to Modern Warfare from the original Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4. So let me know if you agree with my list, let me know your list of 4 maps you'd like to see from COD 4. I know we already have a lot of COD 4 maps in Modern Warfare, but if I had to pick 4 more, these are the ones I would think would be the most interesting. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It's very simple. See you when I see you. Goodbye. Alright, so the first map I wanted to look at is Crossfire. Crossfire is a pretty fan-favorite map, so I don't think I'm going to get too much flack on this one, except, like with every map I'm about to list here, people are going to complain about Camper's Paradise and doors being added. Really, like, COD 4 was a much slower-paced Call of Duty game, and that's something that Modern Warfare was originally shipped to be. Modern Warfare was originally supposed to be a slower, more pseudo-realistic, pseudo-tactical game. It's tactical, you know. That's what it's supposed to be, so I don't really want to hear too many complaints because this game's been out for like 8 months. If it's not your thing, stop playing it. So Crossfire, I think, would meld pretty well into Modern Warfare. It's a very linear map in the sense that it's incredibly simple to understand. It's really just sort of an S shape. You have one spawn leading to a road from the right facing forward, and then you have another spawn coming in from the left facing the road. And then you have a line of buildings on each side which allow you to flank enemies and get the high ground. Crossfire is sort of a sniper's paradise and a bit of a camper's paradise, at least it was in COD 4. I honestly think that just like with Crash and Backlot, it'd play very similar in Modern Warfare to the way it did in COD 4, just a bit faster because players are less limited when it comes to their movement and sprinting speeds and things of that sort. I think that Hardpoint, Team Defender, Capture the Flag, and Domination would play very well in Modern Warfare with this map. My only hope is if they add it, they do something interesting with at least like the time of day or the weather, because, I don't know, it's a pretty boring to look at map. It's very clean and easy to see people. I don't want them to get rid of that, but I think it'd be kind of cool to have a version of Crossfire where it's raining or something. That's something I'm going to bring up with all of these maps, are little visual changes that I think could make the maps feel fresh while still playing similarly and being sort of a nostalgia bait with a breath of fresh air mixed in, you know, something like that. So that's Crossfire. You all know it. You either love it or hate it. Not much to say there. Now the next map is a sniper's paradise, and I would love to have it back in Modern Warfare. That is Overgrown. Overgrown is a very large map, but it's very easy also to control your engagements. There's lots of areas to flank, there are many buildings you can lock down, and personally, I really just want to play Hardpoint on this map. I think Hardpoint would play brilliantly on a map this size with this many key power positions. I also think it'd be cool because you don't get guaranteed ghillie suits by picking a sniper rifle in Modern Warfare, especially for this map. You know, it's obviously up to your operator, so if you don't have an operator selected with a ghillie suit, you don't get to take advantage of the tall grass. And then of course there's glint on sniper scopes and thermal optics, so it would be a little bit easier to spot snipers on this map as long as Modern Warfare nails the visibility like they did with Scrapyard. Just nice, bright, vibrant, contrasty look without any weird smog or dust or whatever. I think one cool aesthetic for this map would be have it be in a really bright time of day with no overcast, but then give it some wind or something. I think that'd be kind of fun. Just do something different with the lighting. In MW's engine, this map could be stunning to look at, so I really hope they don't, if they add it, they don't just do the same old that it's always looked like. I hope they change the aesthetic up in some key ways. The next map is also pretty green. We have Creek. This is one of my favorite Call of Duty 4 maps. I've always liked it because it's very asymmetrical. It's very interesting. There's nothing about this map layout that I would call standard. It's definitely non-uniform. And although that leads it to play a little randomly, I think it's always played a little more interesting than other Call of Duty maps around the same time period. Every time I played this map in COD 4, it really felt like a different experience every time. People could play it so many different ways because it really didn't force you into any engagements. In fact, it almost didn't seem like a place where people should be fighting in a competitive video game. It mostly just felt like a place you happen to be fighting in. Basically, less like a video game map and more just like a place that you're in. And this is a rare case where I think Modern Warfare's opening and closing doors would actually make some of the building interiors make more sense than they do in COD 4. It's sort of limiting in COD 4, but I think opening and closing doors could add an interesting dynamic to the building-centered area on one side of the hill, and then of course on the other side you have the barn and field and outhouse and shed. It's a very unique map. I don't know what else to say. If you've never played on it, it's hard to explain, but if you have played on it, you know what I mean. I doubt this one will get added, so I'm not going to talk about this anymore. Like, I really doubt it'll be added. I think they'd add Broadcast or Chinatown before this, but this is just one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty 4, so I'm a little disappointed that I will likely never see this map remade or reworked ever in a Call of Duty game, but I just wanted to kind of leave it here as an honorable mention. You know, I wouldn't mind if they added it, tweaked it a little bit, added some doors, changed up the lighting, made it more interesting. Yeah, either way, moving on. Now, everybody's been asking for a snow map, so I say they give us block, but really crank up the snow. Make it block in the middle of a bit of a blizzard, or at least a heavy snowfall, where there's actual thick snow lying around, and also have this pool area, I know I'm just rushing through this, but have this pool area be filled to the top, but then frozen over and actually kind of like create a sliding effect so you can kind of like slide around on the top. I think that'd be really fun. This map always just oozed character for me. It's a very unique concept for a multiplayer map, and it's just kind of sad that it doesn't get a lot of recognition. I think this map plays really, really well. I enjoy either flanking through the apartments or utilizing them as power positions. The pool area is absolutely unnecessary, but I think it'd be great for something like Hardpoint or Headquarters. Imagine a hardpoint on a slippery, frozen pool in a snowstorm. Like, that would be just interesting to me. I don't know to anyone else, that might just be annoying to you, but I think this would be a very good map to like release as Modern Warfare's definitive snowy map. Not too big, not too small. It can be played a variety of different ways. And again, if you think, oh, these maps are very campy, just know that in Modern Warfare, people play a bit more aggressively than they're given credit for. You're not limited in Modern Warfare with your movement. Back in Call of Duty 4, holy shit, you were rare to just not run into somebody head glitching with an M16 with stopping power. At least in Modern Warfare, you have unlimited sprint and tac sprint and sliding, and people will move around more. Oh, and a better mantling system. Even though it's kind of inconsistent, it's way better than what COD 4 had. So I think people would play on this map a little bit more aggressively than you might think, especially in game modes like Hardpoint, Headquarters, Capture the Flag, or Team Defender. But like with any COD 4 map, Team Deathmatch would probably play really slow. There's not a lot of reason to move around on these maps because every area provides a lookout to another area. Every covered piece of covered area is going to be the place you want to be because dying is bad and killing is good. So yeah, I don't know. For non-objective game modes, I think all of these maps would kind of suck. That's sort of how messy maps are. But for objective game modes like Hardpoint and Team Defender, I think they'd play really, really well. I'm interested to hear what you guys think of these ideas, and of course, guys, it goes without saying, I would love night versions of all of these maps for the NVG mode, but I've sort of given up on NVG because we're 8 months in and we haven't seen one extra night vision map. We still don't even have King Night, which was shown off before the game came out. So I sort of have my hands up in the air. I guess it's never happening, and I'll just suck it up, I guess, whatever. Anyway, if you disagreed with my list, don't just dislike and leave. Leave me your preferred maps from Call of Duty 4. If you can think of better ones, that'd be great. I'm pretty sure I know you guys are gonna ask for like the smallest maps in the game, like I think it's Showdown, Wetworks, and Kill House. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are gonna ask for those. But we already have Vacant and Shipment. I really don't think we need any more small CQC focused maps from COD 4. I think some of the more interesting and unique maps would be better. Now, I wanted to include Pipeline, but that map, okay, I'll even say it, that map is too campy to be in COD 4. Pipeline really discourages movement in a lot of ways, and Modern Warfare really doesn't need any more of that. So I tried to pick carefully, but yeah, if they added Pipeline, I'd probably play it. I'd probably camp on it, fuck it. Anyway, see you when I see you guys, goodbye.